My Restore makeup is here, and I'm going to put my little glow capsule together and do a little bit of makeup and show you how some of this works. The main color is not here yet, but I'm going to put on just another base, and then I will show you everything else to complete the look. So let's build our glow capsule. Before we get to the makeup, this is the Prime Protect, and I just got this as well. It's a primer and an SPF 30 all in one, and you put this on before your makeup. It feels like silk on the skin. I got to try this out when we did the makeup initially. So you just twist to get your little pump to come up at the top. It's an air pump, so once you get it pumped through, you're just gonna take and get a little bit on your finger. You don't need a whole lot. So you can see it looks like it has a little bit of a tint to it, but it's really gonna go on more translucent. And you can use this on your eyes as well. You know I have to have a primer on my eyes. So I'm just gonna add a little bit and then rub this in. Okay. So there's not really a lot of coverage to that Prime Protect, but it almost adds like a little light blurring finish, if you will. So it just gives you a nice little canvas before you get started with your makeup. All right, now let's build our glow capsule. So each product is going to come in its own little individual packet, and so you will just open them up. It's like a little envelope style. It has the ingredients on the back, has the name of the color. On the bottom of your little tin, it's going to have the name of the product, and they are gold. So this right here is one of the blush balms, and all of the colors of the eye glows and the blush balms are names of the mothers and grandmothers from the founding partners with the company, which I think is super special. So this one right here is Shirley. No. Okay, so you're just gonna pop open your little envelope. This is my balance. This is a color corrector. You have your bright and balance. So one is gonna color correct and one is going to kind of brighten up. So there's a special spot in my palette for this. So it just has a little paper insert that we'll pull out. And it's almost like a little card that you open and pop out your little tin. Okay, so this is gonna go in my glow capsule, and I kind of went over the glow capsule a little bit. It has like a little specific graph here on the back of the actual capsule. It's gonna tell you where to put everything, and you're gonna have a little guide here you can click to get a tutorial and learn more about the makeup itself, just all the things that you need to know right at your fingertips. So I'm gonna put inside my little cover sleeve here, open that up. The main skin tint is gonna go here. The skin tints are coming this month and a little bit of a rollout, so once that comes, I will show you as well. But in this section is gonna be your bright balance. And so I'm just gonna pop that one in, and then that's my balance. My brightening shade is gonna go right here. Next up is the Lift Bronze. So if you order the glow capsule, you're gonna get one of these. I ordered two because I wanted to have a couple of options. One is probably a little bit more cooler, more for contour, which you can do both with these. They've kind of made it into one product, but some are warmer than others, some are cooler than others. So this one is a little bit warmer. Sorry, the light is reflecting. So we'll probably put the bronzier one in my glow capsule for now, just because it's summer and I love a bronzy look. So this is called Lift Bronze, and it's supposed to go in that little place. Next up, you're gonna have your blush balms, and those are gonna go in all three of these places right here. If you get the full capsule, it's gonna include a full size blush balm and 2 half sizes. So the full size, I'm gonna put Shirley in there. For my other 2 blush balms, I accidentally got 3 full size, so I've got to get those changed out for the 2 half sizes to go in here. But I do have some extra eye glows, so I may just plug those in for now. But I'll show you the other colors I got too. This one is Marie. See if you can see the color. And then this one is Poppy. It's just kind of a warmer tone. So Marie and Poppy are my other 2 colors. So for the bottom row, if you order the full capsule with everything for your face, you're gonna get a brow and liner color, and that's gonna go over here. And then you're gonna get 3 eyeshadows or eye glows to go right here. So since I don't have my other blush balm, I think I'm gonna put my brow and liner color here because I got some extra eyeshadows, so I'll probably just put all of those down here. It's getting so dark, like a storm came out of nowhere. We have rain all the time, storms every day. It was sunny 10 minutes ago. Okay, so this is my brow and liner color, and this one is a powder. This round, it's gonna be a powder similar to the eye glows, but it will be made into a pomade on the next round, which I love both. You know, I use that eyeshadow from Saint as well to fill my brows, so I feel like it's easy to work with. You can actually add a little setting spray if you don't really prefer a powder that much, but I feel like it works really well. So I'm gonna pop that one in next to my blush balm there. Okay, first eye glow, this is Pauline. It's just kind of a light shimmer, so we'll put that one in first. This one is Helen. It's just kind of a medium shimmer, and I'll show you what all these look like as well. Okay, this one is Gloria. It's just kind of a medium matte shade, and pop that one in there, and I've got one more. And this one is Aurelia. This is just kind of a darker brown color. All right, there we go. Only missing a few things. All the pieces of the puzzle are coming together though. So now let's play around and apply some. All right, I put a little bit of a base on and I'm about to apply some of these other colors, but I wanted to show you the full setup here. So this is the glow bag. And if you get this glow bag, you can fit all of your brushes in there, your capsule, and then your Prime Protect. Throw in some mascara, and your full face routine is in this little pouch. So, and it just all fits together perfectly. And you actually have a little bit room for more. You can add another smaller palette or two of those or whatever you want in there. But let's do a little bit of color correcting under the eyes. I wanted to show you how that balanced color works. As far as brushes go, if you order the full capsule with all your makeup in it, you will get this blending brush. It's called the Blend and Go. This will come with your makeup capsule. There's also another set of 3 brushes, and it's just kind of a little trio. And so they're double-ended, small little brushes that fit perfectly in your little glow bag, but these can do all the things too. So this one is gonna be more for your eyeshadow. This one's gonna be more for like your brightening, your color correcting and whatnot. And then you have this one for your brows. I'm gonna go into my balance shade. This one is Heaven is the name, I believe. A little goes a long way. These are cream products, so I'm just gonna get the tiniest amount first, and I'm gonna work and do under my eyes a little bit. So maybe we'll do this side so you can see. All right, and then I'm gonna flip and just kind of blend that lightly. And I'm just putting this where that darkest area is under my eye. Just this little, what is that? Trough area? Just where the discoloration is. Okay. So that alone is canceling out any of the darkness, and I still have my brightening shade that I can use to brighten up even more. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use that same side of this brush, and I'm going to go into the lighter shade right here. This is my brightening shade. I'll double check the name of it for you, but I'm just going to start out with the smallest amount. You can build up as you'd like. So for here, I'm just going to do a little bit of brightening here, and then I like to work my way up instead of putting the most product down directly under my eye. And then just kind of feather it up. To the Lift Bronze, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this first. This is super creamy. It's going to blend out really well. So I'm just going to put, I'm trying to decide if I want to do dots or, well, I'll just go ahead and give a little swoop, and I'm barely pressing down because I don't want it to be super heavy. Okay. Okay, I was recording, and I feel like the Reels, when you record in Reels, it doesn't give you a big notification that you're timing is up, and so I'm just talking away and still doing stuff. So I added the same color on this side of my face, a little bit on my nose and under my lip, anywhere you want to add a little bit of bronze or contour, and we're going to blend it out with the Blend and Go brush. So I'm going to just start tapping in. Same idea where you're just kind of pressing and blending the product into your skin, not really pulling. And then just kind of brush up a little bit. Okay, same on the forehead. This brush is very dense, which is perfect for cream products. You need to have a dense product that's really good. It's going to be best for blending when it comes to creams. So the brush can really make or break your application, just because they are a little different than a liquid or a powder. All right, I'm just going to kind of blend this up into my hairline a little bit. Once again, you can build as needed, but this is super, super lightweight. Like, it doesn't feel like anything. Super light, easy to blend, very smooth application. Self-tanner on just a little bit ago, so I feel like I look kind of splotchy. that part rinses off, but in the meantime, if my hands look kind of funny. Okay, that is blended out great. Let's do the nose. I like to do the nose just because I feel like it gives a little bit more of a natural bronze, because my nose always tends to burn or tan. And then under the lip. Let's add some blush and do some eyeshadows. Okay, then I'm gonna do Shirley. I used Poppy, which is one of the other colors that I got. And that would probably look really good with this shirt, but I really want to try this one because I haven't tried this one yet. So I think I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger. Okay, and apply on the cheeks. All right, let's add a little more. It's better to start out with a little, then you can build. Okay, let's blend it out. So this is just a pretty mauve color. Soft and just kind of a satiny feel. Like, everything feels just so nice on the skin. It's just kind of silky in a way. That's the best way I know to describe it. All right, let's do a little bit on this side. Blend. Let's add a little bit of our lip color. Do I want to do brows next? Maybe we should do that. So let's go to our brow brush. This is called the Line and Go. So we're gonna just brush the brows up a little bit. Now, I did not have access to this color when I tried the makeup. So the one I had was actually a little bit darker than what I need, I think. And I made that work. So I'm anxious to see how this does. So I just kind of dipped in that angled side of the brush. Okay, a little more. And when you do your little color match quiz, it's going to ask you questions, and it's going to kind of match you to your best capsule, your best like pre-made capsule of colors. And then at that point, you have the option to adjust and change anything that you think might be a different preference, or if you think another color might work better for you, you have that option as well. But it's just nice to kind of have like a little preset guide. But yeah, this color is doing great with my brow color. Let's go into some of the eye glows. I'm gonna do this color right here. I'll have to find the name and I'll get back to you on that. I've already forgotten some of them. So I'm just gonna take this Shade and Go brush, just get a little bit. And this is like a medium color, so I'm just gonna sweep this all over my lid, kind of up above that natural crease. I'm going to flip to this flat side and take that same color up underneath my lower lash line. This is just kind of a soft, warm brown color. I'm going to take this darkest shade over here and we're going to deepen up the outer corner. I'm going to use All right, now let's add a little shimmer. I'm gonna do this lightest shimmer, I think. This one's a little bit cooler and this is kind of a warmer look. So I'm gonna go with this one. This is Pauline. I typically like to do shimmers with my finger just because I feel like it applies the shimmery pigment a little bit better. So I'm just gonna take it and just press it directly on the center of my lid and then kind of move towards the inner corner. This is just kind of a champagne shimmer color. And the little fluffy side and just kind of lightly brush to make sure that's all blended. I think I'm going to take a little bit of this same color and add a tiny bit to my nose. All right, that is pretty much the finished look, but let me throw in a little bit of mascara. But that is the Restore Collective Glow Palette look. I did use a different base just because I don't have that yet. The skin tint is what's gonna go right here, and it's just kind of a lightweight, buildable cream formula as well. These are very clean ingredients, but you can see all the ingredients on the website. They're also in the back of the packages, so it's just really easy to see what's in the products and what you're putting on your skin and decide what's best for you. But it just gives a nice soft finish, soft silky satin finish. That is the way I would describe it. And even with a different base, it just, that Prime Protect, this is good stuff right here. Amazing with any makeup, I'm sure, but it's fantastic. And I love the way it feels. I love the way it makes the makeup feel extremely lightweight. I can't wait to get my skin tint and show you everything together, but they are working on some like illuminator type products, and so there will be additional things coming to the product line. But this right here, this glow capsule, is going to have everything you need for your entire face, and it does come with this brush. This will come completely out of the compact. This is just kind of your training wheels at the beginning, just so you know where everything goes and what it does. So this can actually lift out and you can make your own configuration of products as well. And then it has this cover, and then like I said, you've got on the back, it's going to tell you the name of all the products, what they do, the little graphic here to tell you where they go, and then it's got this QR code that you scan, and it's going to take you to all kinds of information, including tutorials and all the things you need to know about your glow capsule. There is a color quiz on the website, and so I'll link it here, and what I would do is go through that. It's going to ask you a couple of questions, and it's going to tell you which palette is recommended for you. But shoot me a message if you do the color quiz. Let's kind of chat through it, see if you need to make any changes or if you would prefer to make some changes. If you see a color that maybe doesn't look like your favorite blush color, we can make adjustments to it, and then you can change all that before you check out. The skin tints are set to start arriving this month as well. They're kind of in a rollout phase based on the color. So you can go ahead and get your entire capsule ordered. It will ship everything to you, and then once your skin tint comes in, you'll get that shipped separately. So once those start coming in, I will share, I ordered a couple of colors, and so I'll show all those to you and do some more tutorials.